Hey, long time no video. No talk, honestly. So, hey, it's your girl Liana here. I did it once again. I am changing my major to communications, and I'm going to a different school because I just didn't like how, one, it was just financially frustrated with the school I was at online, and two, my last degree, my last semester, hold on, I'm gonna get a pillow real quick to lay on. I got my stuffed animal. Anyways, my last semester, my advisor dropped me while I was in the middle of work, and I was gonna pay for the class, but I was still at work, so I didn't have my laptop or tablet near me, and I couldn't do it on my phone, and so I just and she knew I was at work, and so I just didn't like how I couldn't finish the semester with that class, and I just felt like the rug was pulled underneath me, and it was just financially frustrated because I was going to pay for the course, but I didn't know I needed to be at that time, but I said I would do it Monday, but didn't listen, and it just completely dropped me from that class, and I just didn't like that. And so with this other school that I'm going to try to do, I'm firstly gonna enroll and do classes with Sophia first, and then transfer the classes there that I'm doing with that, so that I could beat whatever I can to do with my communications degree. And so hopefully it will help with my content creating. Not necessarily wanting to be an influencer or anything like that, but this is my digital portfolio, and so I want to build something where like brands could be reliable, and like my whole thing that I wanted to do is still be authentic to myself, and it's not much of a change, but just the direction is more going to be a strategic underline of what I'm doing. And that way, like, y'all know it's not going to change much, but I'm going to also be doing, Norwegian, and so it's going to be like how am I balancing, work on the ship and online courses, or it's something in that sense, to be more that you don't have to choose what you want to do. You could do it, but it's also how you balance it, and having school will also be a positive because like I'm not focused on to work. I have something else to focus on, and I'm not trying to find something to do, where I'll be like, oh, well, I have to do this, and so, I still haven't heard anything yet, which is fine. I probably within the next couple of weeks will get an update. Hopefully I move up. I'm pretty sure I moved up in queue. My last queue number was 142. In the beginning of the summer, I was 214. So hopefully I'm in the double digits now, which I'm pretty sure I'm probably anywhere between 80 and 70. And we're hoping, because like I'm finishing with my current job, and hopefully that I could finish through at least until the end of November, which guaranteed anyways. They know that, they knew from the beginning of the summer from an interview that I had with them that, worst case scenario, if it's earlier, like September, which I'm hoping it's not, I'm just hoping and praying that it's at least October, like middle October, and in November, where that, because October would be the 5-month mark from training, and it's too early in September to me to be on board, but in any ways, I'm going to switch departments once I'm on the ship as well too, because I want to be a lifeguard, and so from being a restaurant steward. I know it's two different things, but I want to be able to do that as well too. So yeah, I've been swimming my whole life. I learned how to swim ever since before I learned how to walk. So like, you know, I want to do things. I thought I want to be able to do entertainment, but entertainment, I know you could do a lot with entertainment and with communications, but the thing about it is, like, my land job, like the job that I have now, is an entertainment job. So I kind of wanted to do something different on board where it's not too repetitive, where it's like I'm doing pretty much the same thing, you know? So that's why, like, on the ship, I would be doing something different, even though doing YouTube would be like something a part of like my hobby per se, because it's not like I'm being paid to do this for Norwegian. I'm doing this for just to document my first contract. And, you know, my first time being in Hawaii, I'm going to be 27 next year, which is fucking crazy. So that would be like a cool birthday thing. And so it's going to be a makeup from all the shitty birthdays I had, because I couldn't do a lot because of being in the winter. So now that I'm going to be in fucking paradise, I'm going to be... I want to do surfing lessons. I want to fucking do surfing lessons when I'm in Hawaii. So, yeah. My thing is like, I know I'm going to have to work on a routine of, like, trying to wake up early. My routine right now is, like, I'm waking up at 9, and I'm going to probably change that once I get there because of the time difference. So, like, if I'm waking up at 9, it's going to be like 4 o'clock there. Which I don't know how that is going to work, because I could probably do my schoolwork or whatever, but it's going to be so super early where I could probably get what I have to get done in the morning time before 7, which I'm trying to wake up before 7 once I'm in there in that time frame. And so I know it's going to be a lot of time difference because Hawaii is 6 hours behind East Coast, right? We're 6 hours behind Hawaii, I think. Comment below if I'm wrong. But on other news, like, I'm very excited, and so I want to... I know it's not going to be a hard thing for me when I get there, because of, like, the jobs that I had here at home helped me with, you know, with being in a fast working environment, dealing with fucking entitled people, customer service, and just with time management, and then all it is, and working outside. Like, I've been rained on like a handful of times this past summer, which is just like, and I was in a whole fucking bathing suit drenched in fucking water. But let me tell you this one fucking story I had. This was like the week before my last day, and we had closed early because it was raining. And so this kid lost his goggles at the bottom of the pool, and so I had called dispatch just to be safe. You know, if I was like, hey, I'm at the bottom of the ride, I want to make sure if it's weather code safe, because like we do weather codes just to be sure with how far lightning is, you know, because with the water park it's different from an amusement park, because you have to shut down everything because of, you know, if water strikes electricity, you could die, right? It's the same thing like when they say, like, don't have cords around water because it's electrical fire, right? And so we normally don't do call dives for like little things like that. We usually do prescription glasses, phones, etc. Anything more important. But he was so adamant of the fact that I told him, I was like, hey, it's a whole process because we have to close the ride, blah, blah, blah. We have to call to the top to stop dispatching and all of that. And so I had said that before my supervisor said that. But when my supervisor had said that, the kid was like, well, why can't one of your guards go down, go and get it? And she was like, it's just not that simple. I was like, excuse you? Like, if you want your fucking goggles so damn bad, you could go to Walmart and get them. It is not expensive, okay? Like, I was so hot, and it didn't matter if that helped that it was pouring down rain. And I wanted to choke the fucking kid. And I was like, you're the 1% of why I don't want to have a child who turn out to be being entitled like you. Like, what? I was like, the father probably looked at my face and he was like, let's go. I was like, go, because I'm like 2.1 seconds of choking the fuck out of your kid. Because who the fuck raises their child to be like that? Like, that's so crazy. To have the fucking balls to be like, well, why can't one of your guards go down and get it? Like, excuse you? You lucky. But luckily my supervisor was there. She was just like, no. I was like, thank you. I was like, oh no. I was like, I turned around. I was like, excuse me? I was like, what the fuck? But I mean, I was like, so we're not gonna get the goggles? She was like, no. I was like, cool. I'm not arguing. But I was like, that kid got some damn fucking nerves to be like that. But yeah, that is just, and I was just like, if you wanted your fucking goggles, you should have hold on to them so tightly. Like, be fucking for real. But anyways, that was that. My last day was pretty good because it was raining and we got off early too. We got off at 4:30 and we closed, I think it was 6 or something that day or something. I don't know, but it was raining. But it was just like really good. I was like, that was the best day. That was like the last day of the season for me. But I mean, I'm still working, so like I was just like, oh, wow, that was the best day. But yeah, I do have some like vacations that I want to try for the next summer, but it's just like of me trying to save when I'm there. And then it's gonna be on a different ship. It's not gonna be Norwegian. I'm in Pride of America. It's not gonna be the one I'm on. It's gonna be on a different one, but it's just of how, because I also want to move when I come back. I think I still can move. We'll just see how this goes. If this goes, if this brings income, if I get monetized, if my communications degree helped me with building of this, that would be great. I will be grateful. Nothing will change. It will just still be me showing my life, being myself. And then coming back home, being a bird mom, working. Because generally, like, I still want to have, like, my current job with me. Just because of the fact, like, I don't want to always have to wait for, you know, my next contract. Like, I could take 3 months off. I could take 3 to 4 months off of my contract and then go back during the wintertime, which I think that sounds like a good plan. And then, like, I could always come back to Hawaii for vacation if I wanted to. And so it's just like, and I could also visit, like, friends when I come back. So when, like, you know, right? And so that would be really a cool experience. I can't wait for. And so hopefully soon. Of course, with this series is gonna be like work life in general, but I just wanted to make it more so of a chapter type thing where, like, I could go back and see how much growth I came from, you know, looking back this year around this time. Because I know, looking back at my old videos from my old hotel job, I don't think I want to work with the hotel chain again, just because of that. But I think more so amusement parks I'm cool with, and then just with We'll see how Norwegian goes, but I think I'm gonna like Norwegian. I mean, I'm not gonna I had a good training experience, and so I think with my training experience, it will reflect on that, especially because I was a horrible tester, and so the fact that I only had to take one test, and I was able to, like I said in that video, I could have passed the first time, but I was just so exhausted because we had the fire training and the water training the day before, and I was fucking exhausted. And so being overtired was making me hard to concentrate, but I passed on my grandmother's death anniversary, so I felt like that whole week she was there with me and helping me through that and so I feel like this is a good path for me to continue on. I mean, I feel like the only thing that I will have to adapt to is, of course, that I'm on a cruise ship, but I don't think it's going to be a hard adaptable just because of what I'm already used to being in a fast-paced environment. But of course, it's just going to be like a consistent movement, and it's not going to be on land, But of course, with that is, of course, adjustment period and things like that. So I just know not to be hard on myself, and yeah, because if I don't like it, then I'm back here, and I don't want to do that. And so I'm doing something that will get me out of here, and yeah. But I feel like I'm gonna be okay. I have high hopes, but it's just like I'm afraid of having high hopes because I feel like something shit always happens if I'm very overconfident. But this one's a different one because this is something, a change that is unexpected in my career, but it's a good change. And I feel like I have a couple of confirmations that this change is necessary and this change is what is good and is needed in my life and is going to benefit for the long run. So, yeah. So back to the fact that I changed my career, my degree is, I think that I was just into focus of like what isn't going to be a career, but with a communications degree, I could be a content creator. So, and then like I could build like my own brand and things like that. And that's what I've honestly been doing. I tried digital marketing, but I don't really like it. But I mean, we'll see how this goes. And I'm in a different school, of course. And then my brother goes to the school and his girlfriend goes to the school. So, they like it. So, with their feedback of, their experience, I feel like, okay, so, I had 2 hands-on experiences. They like it. And they have good feedback on it. And I like how, actually, I do like how this one is more design. I like how, this school is, like organized with their system as well too, because like this and it's also financial aid and everything, because I had a problem with my other school not being financial aid guaranteed. And so yeah, I will be great, and hopefully I can finish a degree, because the only problem with the fact like I'm still in school is like, I had health problems. COVID happened. I didn't have COVID, thankfully, but I think I had COVID before it was actually COVID. They were saying it was the fucking flu, because I swear it was 2019 in November, where like a week where I felt like I had like a sinus infection. Like, I really didn't feel like eating, but I normally do that anyways. Oh shit, I didn't take my medicine. But I didn't, like, I just felt like it's not like I didn't had the feeling like I had my taste, but it's just like, I felt like just this pressure of like my face being punched, and like, I felt like it was death. I was just like, I was like, and I was still working too. And I was just like, oh, it's just a sinus infection. Because, like, it was just the pressure. And that's how sinus infections work. Where it's just, like, pressure in the middle of your fucking face. Like, I'm surprised I didn't get a black eye. Because that's how bad it was. And so it was just, like, really... And then I went to the doctor. They were saying, yeah, it's a sinus infection. And then it's a flu. And also I had the flu. And I was like... huh? Okay. So it was just of that. And then the crazy about it is like, it came out. I don't remember taking, but all my tests came back negative for COVID, which is crazy, right? So I was just like, fucking what? And I had the booster shots and I had the shots and everything, which was fucking crazy. But I've never gotten COVID, knock on wood, right? So I was like, wow, I must have a fucking strong immune system, because, like, damn. I was like, what the fuck? But, yeah. And then so I never got it. And then I had an injury at work April of 2021, and so I went 3 years. I didn't get surgery until 2023, and dang, it's been 2 years. 2023, 2024. It's been 2 years. That's crazy. But I mean, hey, life goes as is. So, you know, I also was one fucking week of 21 during the fucking pandemic of the original lockdown. So that was like another fucking thing. And then when I was in the beginning, that's when I was doing digital marketing at that time. But it was just the whole fact that because everything was thrown at us all at once, and it was so unorganized in the beginning of like everything, where we had to put everything online. And that kind of like startled me a little bit, because it was just very unexpected, one, and it was longer than it generally expected. So now that I kind of have the idea of what to expect, it's just, okay, well, I have all these things that I want to do. So what the fuck do I do? Because I'm fucking Pisces. I'm Barbie. You know, one minute I want to be a firefighter. The next minute I want to be a doctor. The next minute I want to be a model. The next minute I want to be a content creator, right? So what do I fucking pick, you know? And it's not like I never had a problem with school or learning. It's just like I have so many interests. It's hard for me to decide what I want to go in, you know? And here I am, you know? And it's kind of, I guess it's also in a sense of maturity too. I really thought I would have everything figured out at 25, and shit, behold, I didn't, and it's fine. But it's like, you know, I thought I would have married. I don't know why I fucking thought I would get married at 25 or before 25 and have my child at 25. Like, where the fuck, you know, I think that was before I was on medication and I thought I had life together. I think that was the thing, and realized my life got flipped up and turned upside down, right? So that is that. But the other thing is too, like, I already have, like, I know I'm jumping everywhere, but it's fine. I don't have everything packed. I have, like, my smart casual stuff packed and, like, a few swimsuits packed. And, of course, when I get there, I'm going to buy a couple of more, but, like, I still got to pack some other stuff as well, too. Like my clothes and shit and everything. And you're like, why is this girl always in pajamas? Because I want to be in fucking pajamas. Fuck you. Anyways, so yeah. Like, comment, and subscribe. Oh, I could give an update with my current job. Everything is good with the costume that I like. With the refitting that I did. Everything's good. It's great. I like my costume. I love my character. Actually, this is my second character that I actually like that I had out of the 5 years. I would rate my first year 2. And then this year is number 1. And then the other ones are shitty. But, yeah. Actually, my first year and second year were the same fucking character, but I liked the first year version of the second year. But, yeah. Anyways, oh, I spotted blood today when I was wiping, but I think that's just normal human decency, right? Of course, with birth control, there's going to be spotting and everything, but it's just like, oh, I'm bleeding. I never had my periods during birth control. So, yeah, I'm good. But I think it's just that it's sensitive around that area, and it's going to be expected. But my stomach has calmed down a little bit. It is still a little bit crampy, but it's not as bad as it was during the beginning. Nausea calmed down a lot. Still a little bit, but it's still like, it's doable, right? My moods are like here and there, you know, like I'm not really ready to like kill somebody right now. But I feel like still wanting to break something, right? Love life. But anyways, other than that, I feel like I have a better direction. I think, hopefully, knock on wood, that I have a better direction in my life of where I'm going. We're gonna just see this shit show together. You're on current route and you're watching Disney Channel. Doot, doot, doot.